Hi there, everybody. It's 10 o'clock now. I first of all want to thank you for joining me today for the Booksy Retail webinar. My name is Jen, and I am the Booksy's Enterprise Business Development Manager. So I shall be taking you through the webinar today. And before we get started, I just want to make you aware that you obviously have within this demo session the ability to send messages. So if you've got any questions while we're working our way through the slides, then please do feel free to drop me a message and I will come back to you as soon as possible and answer those. So thanks very much. And I guess the first thing to say really is that, if you've joined me today, then hopefully you are already thinking about how you may be able to help your retail business to invite customers back into your store safely, and obviously look at different ways that you can do that. So hopefully today we'll be able to give you some confidence that we have a product here that can most certainly help you to do that. So we'll get started. We'll kick off now. So what I'm going to do today is just cover off a few key points with you, really, to give you a little bit of a background to Booksy and what we do and our sort of core business area, and then talk a little bit about the way that you can use us to bring your customers back into store. Then we'll touch a little bit on how to get you set up and how easy it is so that you don't feel overwhelmed with this. And then some of the features that we have which will help you to achieve this moving forward. A little bit about the integrations that we have available for booking via social media and your website. And then we'll talk about how we help and support you to set this up and to look after you while you're working with us. So you may already know of Booksy. If you do, you may associate us primarily with being a booking system that's used within the hair and beauty industry. And we most certainly are very big in that area, but we are used in other sectors as well. And actually, by nature of the name of our company, we are a booking solution. It's not specific to a sector. It's just if you need to book an appointment to do something, to go somewhere, you can use Booksy to do that. We can obviously also provide you with business management tools from within our Booksy app, and of course the web version. And the really cool thing about Booksy, which is massively popular, are the client acquisition and loyalty features. So the marketing tools and the simple and easy to use way that you can engage with your with your customers, which of course within the retail sector is an enormously powerful thing. Please excuse my throat. I'm suffering from the worst hay fever ever, and every time I talk, I get a dry throat, so I may have to pause for water as we go along. So do excuse me. So let's talk a little bit about the, shall we say, the dreaded COVID-19 changes that we've all had to make. So obviously, due to the recent events in the world, we've all had to look at how the ways that we live, work and shop. I mean, I'm actually doing this webinar today from my lounge, as you can probably see from the sofa behind me. Many of you are probably watching this webinar from your homes or perhaps from your office, but probably not sat next to your colleague like you would have been before. So things have definitely changed, and one of the key things, of course, is shopping. It's how we go into a store or a hair salon or whatever it may be, and how we do that safely, following, of course, the government guidelines and making sure that we're not too close to people, making sure that people feel safe and secure in whatever type of business it is. And of course, these rules are changing all the time. So the purpose of looking at ways to book appointments to enter a store, into a retail business is really to make sure that you are covering all of those things. So actually, by using Booksy, it will enable both new and existing customers to book an appointment with you to be able to come into your store safely, which means that you can control the amount of customers that you have in the store at any one time, and enable you to actually realistically follow the guidelines, which not only benefits yourselves, but of course does give that all important confidence to your customers. I know that personally, as somebody that loves to go shopping and loves to go out and look at things, and I miss going into a shop, and I miss walking around, and I miss the whole feeling of shopping that way. And although I'm quite happy to shop online, it's not the same. And I think that if I know I can feel safe in a particular business, and I know that perhaps if I want to take one of my children in with me, if I know that I can feel safe to do that, it's going to make me want to go into that shop over one that I don't have that comfort with. So that's really what Booksy will give you the opportunity to do. So also you will be able to build a client database within Booksy. People will fill out a customer profile, and you'll start to understand their buying habits and trends. And of course, as an opted-in client, they will be able to you will be able to send them offers and things from Booksy as well. So it's also a way to engage with your clients and bring in new clients, which is of course great. So you're probably wondering how on earth you even kind of start something like this. It may sound slightly overwhelming at this point, but actually the great thing about Booksy is it's really, really easy to set up, and we really do help you to do that and walk you through that. So oh, sorry, I do apologise. I flicked across the screen. So this is kind of the ways that we will do that. So the first thing that we would say is, of course, to get yourself prepared for this. So set yourself up with a Booksy account. So you can download the Booksy business app, and you can create an account within there. You can play around with it, get comfortable with it, kind of have a feel for it, book appointments in, add customers in, and really play around with it so you start to feel confident. And of course, that will open up questions that we will then be able to cover off with you in a demo to really make sure that you feel comfortable and prepared. We also have an amazing team at Booksy that are available to talk to and help you with everything, as well as e-learning and webinars like we're doing today, but of course some more slightly in-depth product webinars that you can utilize as well. And then telling your clients. So we obviously need to help you, and you need to make sure that you can promote the fact that you have this booking option to your clients. So you can promote this on social medias. There's of course the marketing tool within Booksy, and social post creators and so on. So you want to kind of introduce them to the concept of booking an appointment to come into you. Help them to understand why, and there are many ways that we can do that to ensure that you do have those people sat there ready to do this. Of course, that falls in line with educating them. It's just talking them through why we're doing this and why they should, book an appointment to come into your store. Then we've also got some printable COVID-19 signs, which you can actually display in your window with your own QR code that people can scan, and it will take them through to the Booksy page. And this also helps you with walking customers as well. So these are some really simple and easy to use steps to get you started and make you feel comfortable, all of which we would be here to support you and take you through in much, much more detail. So now let's talk about the all-important features. So this really is the key thing for you guys. So my favorite thing about Booksy, and as somebody that had used Booksy before I started working here, is it's available 24/7. So whether you are like me and you tend to sit up in the evening trying to get your 7-year-old to go to sleep and it's 10:30, so you're sat there looking on your phone, browsing through things, you see somebody's tagged something on Instagram and you're having a look and you start to think about the things that you want to buy or the places that you want to go or what you want to do. You can be doing all of those things, all while having the option to actually book an appointment to go in and do something, book an appointment to go in and try on a pair of shoes because you're not allowed to go into the store now without doing that, or book a hair appointment or whatever it may be. It's 24/7. So I can do that from any device, from anywhere, at any time, which is really, really good. And that, of course, is available via the Booksy app, via an Instagram Book Now button, or the same with Facebook, and directly from your own webpage. So whatever channel I'm looking at you through, I can, in that moment when I'm really engaged with you, click on a button and book an appointment. It is that simple. There are, of course, other features in here, some of which may be massively important and relevant to you, and some that may not, or may not be right now. But we have things like a waiting list feature, cancellation fees, prepayments, and even full payments are also available within the app. So you can completely avoid taking payments manually if you want to, or you may want to. I was speaking to a florist the other day who says that she finds she just does, there's only one person in there and she finds it difficult when she has to answer the phone and it takes her away from what she's doing. So this is something that would really help her in that situation. And actually she does like to take a deposit when she's having these big appointments for weddings and things. So, there are ways that you may not have even thought of, but that perhaps you could utilize those functions as well. Automatic text reminders. Now, this is really important because there's nothing worse than somebody not turning up to an appointment because they just simply forgot or whatever it may be. But of course, you will receive automatic text reminders via, and also push notifications. You also build a client database within Booksy. The people that are booking an appointment are giving you detail because they want to come in and they want to browse in your store, they want to come in and have a service. So you start to build a database which you can then utilize for targeted and automated marketing. You've also got management tools within the Booksy tool, and this is powerful for a person with one shop or 10 shops. It's an overview of your business. It provides you with statistics and reports, whether that be how many appointments are booked in for the rest of the month, or how much money you made last month, or whatever it may be. There are different ways that you can utilize that information that you've gathered. And also permission levels for security purposes in terms of staff members being able to view and not view certain things. And then we have the packages themselves, all of which include text messages and push notifications. So, for example, if somebody is a Booksy user and they have the app, then that person will receive the booking confirmations and so on via a push notification. If you don't have the app, you may use the SMS function. So different ways to engage with your customers, different features that you can use, different ways that you can make those features work for you. Please do send any questions through, by the way, because I am aware that I have a tendency to talk very fast. So if you need me to recap on something, do feel free to send a message. So this is just a quick touch on this here, but essentially, as a business, we had to look at how we can improve our product during the COVID-19 crisis. I'm going to call it a crisis. Yeah, it's a crisis because obviously we needed to make sure that we could give you features that will specifically help you through this, because yeah, you have all the other things, but actually suddenly now we need to be even more considerate to the way that we take our bookings. So one thing which is super cool is the I'm Ready feature. So this is literally designed to help to reduce the amount of people that you have physically waiting inside the shop, and it helps you to keep the appointments running smoothly. So you can alert somebody to the fact that you are ready for them to come in. So actually they can be in their car, or they could be having a coffee around the corner, or whatever it may be, but that it really, really does help you to just keep a lid on who's coming in, how many people are coming in, and obviously provides that additional comfort level to your customer. And then we've got custom forms. So these are what they say on the tin. They're customizable. So you may have client screening questions that you want to ensure before you let someone in. So, for example, if you are a chemist and you're going to use Booksy because you want people to book an appointment slot to actually pick up a prescription, let's just say, you may want to ask a series of questions to make sure that that person doesn't have any symptoms of COVID-19. I mean, lots of places are asking you things like that, and obviously hair salons and so on to open are going to be asking questions like that to ensure the safety of their staff. So that's there for you, and it's so easy to do. You don't have to phone somebody up and ask them a series of questions. Actually, I had this with my dentist. My daughter had been waiting for an appointment before COVID, and then it was cancelled. Last week, she was able to attend the appointment, and they tried to phone me 5 times to run through these questions. And every time I was busy working. Actually, this would have been a much easier way for them to get those answers. So this is a really, really good feature. Then health and safety rules. So this is where within your Booksy profile, you can show customers what you are doing to keep the business and the premises safe for them. So with a retail store, it may be you're just going to explain to them that you have socially distancing one-way system, or sanitization units, or whatever it may be. And then this next feature is, of course, a terminology mostly used in the hair and beauty industry, but essentially what it means, padding time, is allowing time between each appointment to clean, to sanitize, to make sure that it's safe for the next one. So the shoe shop I was talking about, they like this because it gives them time to turn around and get everything wiped down. So you have that feature as well, which is also really, really good. Okay, so social media. Now, I've touched on this a few times, and I've talked about the book now button, and I'm pretty sure that you've probably all seen or used something like this. You may even you may even have something like this for you may have worked somewhere that's had something like this in the past, so you probably have seen these around. But basically, what we can do is provide you with an integration, so a book now button that can be embedded into your Instagram page, your Facebook, your website, also on Google, and of course the Booksy app. So what that means for you is that you can make booking even easier for somebody. Perhaps this may be for a new customer that's been on your Instagram page, and they've seen a haircut that their friend had, or they've seen a pair of shoes that their friend had, or whatever it may be, or they're looking for somewhere to go and buy their children's school uniform from. They've come across you on Instagram, and they are in that moment, in that actual headspace where you can capture them right now, because this is when they're thinking about this, and make booking an appointment as easy as possible. I would simply, as a consumer, click on a button, book, and it would show you exactly what you see here. I'm on Instagram, I'm on your profile page, I've clicked the book button, it's taken me through to Booksy, I can see, be it your services or your appointment slots available to browse or whatever it may be. I can book an appointment and my appointment is confirmed. It's really simple, really powerful, and hugely popular for the businesses that use us and the clients. So really, really good stuff. And this is also mirrored in Facebook, so exactly the same concept. Obviously, this is especially good with acquiring new customers because it's just kind of giving you a platform to make things really easy for them. Let's have a bit of a look at the web page as well. Now, we have a customer who have recently started working with us, who are in fact a school uniform franchise, well, not franchise, they're an enormous chain. And what these guys are doing is, of course, making sure that mums and dads feel comfortable to come in with the kids to try on their uniforms. And I know when I've done this, it can be a nightmare because when you've got kids and stuff and you're trying to try on school uniforms, that's one of the, it can be quite stressful. So, you know, they don't want to have a situation where they're overpowered by people in there and then social distancing and so on goes out the window. So they've started to use Booksy and it's working really well for them. This is how it renders on a web page. So again, it's just so simple to do. And I would also like to just highlight to you, actually, if you look on the right-hand side here where you have the images of the storefronts, you'll notice that you've got the stars and then the book button. So the stars are reviews, something which I haven't actually mentioned. So within Booksy, people can review your service afterwards. So, you know, again, it's another nice way to build the brand and increase the footfall and obviously, you know, build the consumer confidence in your store as well. And now the app, the best bit, I guess, the app. The Booksy app is so easy to use and so simple to navigate your way around, whether you are a business or in fact a customer. And really that's why it works so well. So you can see here that if I'm inside the app and I've looked specifically for your business because I know about you and I've gone on and I've booked an appointment and I can see the times that are available and I've gone through the very simple step-by-step process, I've got an appointment booked, it's done. But also, if I was looking inside the app as a client, looking for a particular type of business in my area that maybe I don't know about, I can find you. So you also start to be able to expand your customer base because you are now appearing in an app that's used by so many people in the UK. And it really does start to help you to do that. But also, very importantly, as a client or customer with the app, I can manage the appointment that I've booked from my side also as you can from your side. So if for some reason I need to cancel my appointment or move it, I can do that from my side. And then as the business owner, you will be able to constantly see because you will be notified to the fact of any changes. So there's a real sense of easy management of your diary, easy management of your database. It's very easy for you to manage and have a constant overview of what's going on inside your business, which actually, considering the fact that, you know, you've got a million and one other things to be doing all day and probably lots of different systems that you hold different information on, and there's all this, you know, kind of going between, this becomes really something that can really help take the load off of that. So hopefully that kind of shows you a little bit of that there. So of course, a new concept to you, perhaps. Booking is not something that you've done before. A new concept, a new way of shopping, and a new way of communicating to customers, and a new expectation from your customers. It's all probably does seem quite big. So actually, I just want to give you a bit of confidence around that because we are here to help you. you have a dedicated consultant that will support you with your initial setup. So, for example, I hope that you guys will contact me after this and book a demo, and I will talk you through this in more detail. And should you like to join us and be part of Booksy, then we will provide you with somebody who will help you to get set up, so that you are not going to be alone in that process. There are training webinars available for you every few days, which will provide different information in a bit more detail. Most of my colleagues are much better at doing webinars than me, so hopefully it'll be even better than today. And inside the Booksy app, there is an e-learning center, and this is really cool because, you can be, I don't know, on your lunch break, sat somewhere, and you can just think, oh, actually, I wouldn't mind thinking about how to do that. And you can go in here and find information, and it's really, really useful. We've got blogs and landing pages, and a YouTube channel with up-to-date training for you guys to see. And the really comforting bit, I think, is the fact that we have a UK-based support team. You can call them, you can message them. There's an intercom system as well that's available for you to support you around the clock. So basically, what I'm trying to say with this slide is that, we can make this very easy for you. We understand that, as the government are, releasing and changing things very quickly, people need to act fast, get things set up, get you ready to welcome people back into your retail businesses. And we can help you to do that and make that process really, really simple. So I hope that all makes sense. But look, guys, if you've got any questions, feel free to drop them. I haven't actually had any through at the moment, which is fine, because sometimes people prefer to make notes and then come back afterwards. Not a problem. What I will do here is just pull this up and leave this up with you for a few seconds. So this is me. Actually, when I didn't have enormous roots before the hairdresser's closed. You can make a note there of my number. You're welcome to give me a call, drop me an email, whatever you want to do. And we can book a demo and go over specific areas that perhaps are relevant to you, or just a brief overview of everything. There are also 2 QR codes there, so if you want to download the Booksy Business app and just have a play around on it, or of course the client app and do the same, you can very easily scan there, or of course just find them in the app or Google Play Store. So if nobody has any questions, then I shall let you all get on with your days. But thank you for taking the time out to join me this morning, and I hope that it's given you a bit of an insight into how we may be able to help you guys to bring people back into your stores. So thank you very much, and I hope to speak to you soon. Thank you.